just leave it here. Oh, can I have that sign-in sheet? I have to have this. Okay. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, ma'am. No problem, yes. You must be tired, huh? You worked all day today?
Yeah, good.
Are you going back in the morning?
Right.
Just something that's been and well, I should say because we worked in there so
Oh, we're gonna have, we have more ambulance officers here, I think, than non-ambulance officers. So that's fine.
I can be an actor.
We're actors.
Yeah. You want an actor? You want to be an actor? Okay, so that's 3, 4. David, no, I think I need you as an ambulance officer. You are an ambulance officer, aren't you? Yes, you are. I can see it right off your lapel. Come on. Don't be shirking your responsibilities. Okay.
let me yell at them.
Hey, man. Oh, and Kelly's here too. Come on, guys. All right, I gotta do the seating first. Thank you. I'll just put this over here because I need it. All right. Attendance, housekeeping, disclaimer.
Plus jury duty.
Yeah, we have a problem there.
No, I got it from the volunteer conference that they had at the basketball stadium and everything. Yeah. That was the last thing I think they had. And they do them in small lots now, I think.
Yeah.
The film tomorrow's getting
Had a baby, so it was
I love
one.
it. I use it when
Excellent. Don't get too comfortable, guys. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Hello? People? Okay. I just need to rearrange people, all right? So what I'm thinking, so we're going to do it in 2 stages. We're going to fill out the interview form, and that'll be for the ambulance officers. And then I'm going to ask them to leave the room, right? And then I'll be talking to the actors so that they have their scenarios, right? Because, you know, we don't want to cheat, right? We want to have people actually do this so that we practice it, right? Okay, so ambulance officers, John, Rose, Karen, Kelly, so that's 1. How many people do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we can't have an even number.
Can I be the odd?
I've got a few things to do if you have to be excused.
Do you want to be excused?
I can come back in for it if you need, but I just
Well,
need,
it's up to you.
I've got a couple of emails that I have to tidy up.
It sounds like you don't want to be here.
I do, but if you can't have odd numbers.
Well, we can have 2 people to 1.
Right. No, I'll
Yeah,
stay.
that's okay. Yeah, you should stay. You should stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
If I could partner as an AI with Rose or somebody, you happy with that?
Yeah, because Karen's just coming back, so she's still learning all the.
Oh, so you want to be an actor
Yeah.
Actor, yeah.
as opposed to
You're
an
happy?
AO? Yeah.
Or on the AO side.
Well, how many AOs do we
AO?
have? Let's just show of hands, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Karen?
Karen. So it's 7.
7. So we already have. So we need. And then how many people do we have? We have 11. Right. So really, we can only have 5 scenarios. So we just need 5 AOs. So can I have a show of hands of 5 AOs? 1, 2. Okay.
Rose.
3,
Yeah.
4,
Kelly.
and Rose is 5. Okay. All right. So do me a favor. So
Thanks, ladies.
all right. Can you meant to be an actor? Yeah. Could so can I have the AOs on this side? And then can I have the AOs on this side? Right, because I'm gonna ask you to leave the room, you know what I mean? It just makes it easier.
So
Okay?
you want us AAs on this side?
Yeah. Because you'll be the actors.
Yeah.
You guys will be the actors. Okay, you three are actors?
Oh, are we?
No, you're AOs, right? AOs. You're the actors. Okay? So we've got 5,
In training.
right? So Kelly, what are you gonna do?
I am.
Oh, sorry.
Well, I've got to spend 10 euro, right?
Yeah, and for the AOs, we do need a pen, okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna work across the room. So you might be an odd person, but why
So
don't you?
I'll go over here,
Okay.
and then Kelly can, because we've got 2, remember?
Yeah. You guys are over there. You guys are over there. Hold on, I won't forget you. All right. So you're the AO and he's the actor. Okay, AO. AO. AO, right? Okay, so you're partnering up. You two are partnering up. You two are partnering up. You two are partnering up. And Kelly, which team would you like to join?
Yeah.
All right, so.
You join on that team. Okay. All right. All right, so let us go. Just quickly recapping what we talked about earlier. Okay, so what is the chief complaint? Okay, so here it talks about a statement, a concise sentence coming from the patient, but it doesn't always have to be from the patient. It could be if you went to a doctor's office, the doctor's going to tell you what's wrong with the patient. If you're transferring a patient from one place to another, it'll be on the nursing notes. But you need to have a one statement sentence as to what are we doing with this patient. Okay? So that would be the chief complaint. Okay, and it's usually stated in their own words. Okay, next is working on dollar, which is the history of presenting illness. That's the acronym that we're using. So D represents description. So it's about the chief complaint. What is it about the chief complaint that we need to know about? The onset is when did the chief complaint happen? So let's say I have chest pain. How long ago did the chest pain happen? What was I doing when I got the chest pain? Location is where, point with one finger to my chest. You know, where does the chest pain begin? Does it move? Does it go anywhere? Does it stay in one place? Right, that's location. Other signs and symptoms are if the patient is having chest pain, are they experiencing anything else? Are they feeling nauseated? Are they feeling lightheaded? Are they dizzy? Are they sweating? Those are the associated symptoms, right? Other symptoms that are happening with the chest pain. And finally, does the patient do anything to make the chief complaint or that symptom go away? So let's say the patient is walking up a flight of stairs and all of a sudden they have the chest pain, right? But then when they sit and rest, the chest pain goes away. But then they have to go to the toilet and they get up to go and walk to the toilet and the chest pain comes back. So you need to appreciate that information because that tells you that when the patient is exerting themselves, that's when they get the pain, right? So that's why the history is important to understand what's happening to the patient. Okay, any questions about dollar? Okay, that's pretty straightforward. We all know that stuff. It's just a review, right? Past medical history. Okay, so we're using ample as the mnemonic. So for allergies, we want to ask the patient, are you allergic to food, medicine, or anything else, right? Food, medicine, or anything else. Medications. So you want to ask the patient, are you on any medications? Now, how many of you have been onto a job and you go and you say to a patient, do you have any past medical history? Oh, no, I don't have anything. Oh, okay. Do you take any medicine? Yeah, really? And what kind of medicine do you take? Oh, I take medicine for diabetes, I take medicine for high blood pressure, I take medicine for angina. How many times has that happened?
Every time.
Exactly. For people who've been out there long enough, you come across this experience. Now, I'm not, spelling out the exact drugs, right, because it doesn't make any difference, because that's not the point. The point is, they say they don't have any medical problems, but they do take medications. So that's important. Okay, and then the next thing is past medical history. It's generally accepted, the last 5 years. Do you have any medical problems from the last 5 years? That would also include surgical, right? If they had any major surgeries in the last 5 years. That's worth knowing about, right? Okay, last oral intake. So we like to talk about intake as well as output, right? Because they're related, right? Whatever goes in has to come out. So we want to know that it's working, right? That if we're consuming liquids, we're peeing, right? If we're consuming foods, we're moving our bowels, right? Because that's what's supposed to happen. And if it's not working, we should know about it. Okay, and then this is what Alicia was talking about earlier. See, when we were talking about history of presenting illness, it's actually asked again in ample, which is events leading up to the chief complaint. Like, so what were you doing when you got the chief complaint? That's it. What were you doing when you got the chief complaint? That's really the question that's being asked. Everybody happy? Okay, so that's past medical history. Okay, that's it. All right, so looking at the sheets we have in front of us. All right, so I will address the ambulance officers. Could you please write your name? The scenario number, yeah, we all need a pen, who's ever doing it, okay? So what's happening here? Kelly, are you doing it? You're doing it? Are you the ambulance officer?
We're doing it all together.
Well, no, it can't be done that way.
Describing. Someone has to be the actor.
Yeah, somebody has to be the
Oh, you're
actor.
the actor.
Somebody has to be the ambulance
Yeah, she's the
officer,
actor.
okay? So if she's going to do it, okay, and since you're an ambulance officer, then you're with Karen, right? You're just observing. Is that all right? Okay. All right. So please write your names down. The scenario number you will get once you come back in the room, and your actor partner will tell you what scenario number it is, and you'll see why. Okay. So CC, can you just write out in the first line what does CC mean to you? Yeah, write it out. Because I'm going to take all this away, right? Get it? You're right? Right, chief complaint?
And on our case basis,
Or you could, if you want to write presenting complaint, that's fine. The terms are not important. The working concepts are. Okay? In clinical science, depends on where you are in the world, they'll have a different name for the same concept. We're after the concept. Okay, so history of presenting illness or injury. And Paula, what was the one you're using? For the history of presenting illness?
for the history of the presenting illness.
Yeah.
But
Let's look at the, you know what, let's look at the PCR. And they're calling it history.
yeah, history.
They're just calling it history, okay? You can put that down if you want.
You've got it written.
Okay, there it is. All right, so what's D? Description. So let's write in description next to D. Okay, and what's the next one? Somebody?
Onset for O.
Okay, good.
Location.
L?
Location.
Location.
Good. The next one, O?
Other signs and symptoms.
Good. And then the last one, R?
Relief.
Relief, right, if you write all that in. So you see what we're doing here? We're just setting you up so that when you actually do the interview, right, when you interview your actor, you don't have to think about what is it that I have to ask about, right? Because it's all there in front of you. Okay, past medical history. A.
Allergies.
That's it. M.
Medication.
Medications. P.
Past history.
Past medical history or past history. Whatever term that makes it comfortable for you, but as long as you know it's about what happened before, not what's happening now. L. Last in and out. E.
events leading to.
Events leading up to. Okay. So what do we got? We got 5 teams, right? So I've got 8 protocols, 5 teams. So, all right. So all the ambulance officers who are going to interview, can you excuse us, please?
Yep, there you go. You leaving or we leaving?
No, you are. Because we're going to find out what we're.
Get a chance to stretch your legs a little bit. You can talk amongst yourselves, you know. What is this exercise? This is ridiculous. You know.
I'm not going to drink the water while I'm there.
Get a chance to stretch your legs. Okay, so all I have left are actors, right?
Correct. Sorry.
Yes. Rose, you're acting.
Yeah, I'll come back.
You're acting.
Told me I asked you. Do what I told.
I'm asking.
I was told.
Okay. You got number 1. Just read through that. All right. So who's you? Oh, that's a good spot. You
I'm
can.
getting around the corner out of the way.
You can observe everything. You can watch. You can prompt them if they're doing it right or wrong. Okay. Okay, folks. Let's just read through the scenarios. Let me get this out of your way.
I need that.
You need that.
Oh, this is.
All out of your way. Who's doing this? Alicia. Oh, she left it here. That's okay. Okay, you've got one. Four. And then number 5.
Oh, I'm a female?
I'm a male.
If it makes you comfortable, switch.
No.
What
Do you
do
want to
You could be
switch?
18.
Oh, I'll be 18.
Whatever
You can be
want.
15.
Oh.
Okay, so,
I'm 28.
misplaced your name? Naomi.
This sounds like me on Sunday.
Then you'll be out of
Yeah, well, you're gonna have
the
to
sheet. You'll know what
So,
you're
they're
going
gonna ask you the question.
For the first week.
You know where to go to get the
I've got to
information, right? So you just give them that information. That's all it is. It's not complicated, right?
On my lower right leg. I'm going to beat my glass now.
Karen, you okay?
Yeah.
You know, you saw the sheets that they have, right? And so it's the opposite of this, and it's blank. So all they have to do is ask the questions, and you give them the answer, right? And they write it down, okay? It's not that challenging. David, are you okay with that scenario? You understand it?
Yep, thank you.
No worries.
You've done well with it.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see how it all ends up.
Narrative.
Narrative, are you happy with that story?
Yep.
Are you the wrong gender, or is it okay?
No, we
we
swapped.
swapped.
You swapped, okay, good. Excellent.
I'm female again.
Cherie.
Cherie? You understand it? Yes. Okay, so guys, just let me have your attention, please. So let's not make it easy for them, you know what I mean? They have to ask the question. If they don't ask the question, you got nothing to say. Whatever question they ask, right, you look down your list and you give them the answer, all right? These are the filled in parts. They've got the blanks. Make sense, guys? Okay, I try not to make it too difficult, but, just enough for us to practice. That's the name of the game. Shall I invite them back in?
Sure.
Everybody in agreement? We're ready? Ladies and gentlemen. You're missing out, dude. I'm sure you're doing enough.
Get the email.
One patient told me that she's still sitting up.
Yeah. Irregardless of the severity, and there are some serious cases, it's just an interview, right? You ask the questions, they'll feed you the information. Okay, so don't let me hold you back. You guys start.
Do we need a scenario number of these things?
Oh, thank you very much. Can I interrupt for 1 second? Paula reminded me of something that I forgot. Those of the actors, please tell the ambulance officers that you're working with the scenario number that's on your scenario.
We swapped because I was a female.
It's all right, don't worry about it. Just tell them the one that you're on.
Sheree.
Doesn't give me a name, so yes, I would be Sheree.
Go ahead.
Pleased to meet you. So, Sheree, tell me what's happening here today. What was the main reason for it?
I was walking around the bush with my partner, and I went to the toilet, and when I returned, like a snake
Oh.
bit me.
So, can you tell me how long ago was it?
Roughly about 40 minutes ago.
40 minutes prior to us getting there. What have you done for that since then?
Severe pain.
Just ignore me. Go ahead.
You stayed still in that particular time and you
How long ago did you find it?
Yeah, so
I'm assuming, maybe.
Yeah.
I was running on
So, can you tell me, when you said, do you know where it was? No, I don't mean in the footpath, what part of your body was
to
that
protect
triggered?
the and I felt
My
a cracking
lower
sensation
right
on my
leg.
leg, frozen skin, this yes, straight away.
Are you feeling any pain?
Motorised
and it's coming out by
Yep.
bends.
Sorry, what am I?
I've got pain in my neck. My extremities. So, what was the other question?
Describe to me what I'm supposed to
Any
see.
pain in and what part of where it is?
It says pain in my neck. When my extremities.
Breathe very slowly, pale still.
And how long ago did that start?
Mouth and nose
So I'm confused, rapid breathing.
So did that start? Because it's been 40 minutes since we've
Yeah,
come to
so
see you.
essentially about
15 minutes after the fire?
Yeah.
Just going, yeah. That's
He's not drunk before he's not
okay. So it's the pain and the
Alright,
bite in
so
the
I
lower
guess
right
the
leg. So is there any swelling in there? Without me looking at you, you have to tell me.
clear.
Oh, and I have pain at my right side, but I don't have any pain.
And so when you say pain, how much pain is it? 10 being the worst and 1 being the least. Can you tell me how much pain you're actually in that spot? How much pain? Or very painful or just a little bit painful?
Okay.
No, related to
8 out of 10.
Yeah.
So which side of the chest?
So the location of the device for on my right hand and it's swollen.
It doesn't say
Just in the
So,
one
are
spot?
you feeling any dizziness or nausea
Or is it all over
or
each
weakness at all? Any other joints that are aching in there?
Just
a
eight?
tingling sensation in numbness.
Numbness in your legs?
Yeah, and
And
muscle.
there's a idea
And muscle weakness also in your...
in thirst.
Or is it just the knee or...
Just there's no muscle weakness. It doesn't
Yep. And cat. And with all of this, is there anything you see over here? You do that doesn't hurt your legs.
So have you done anything that
You breathe, you
you
stay
stay still, you raised your leg, you bandaged it, have you added any fluids on it? Have you done
Atlantis insulin. And what about the chest pain? No, both sides.
So what makes it feel good? Like, what relieves
There's no
it?
relief.
There's no relief.
Only seeing you.
No, nice.
So I'm getting no relief. None at all.
Not even from posture.
So you're getting no relief.
And you haven't taken anything that pain. You haven't definitely haven't put any fluids or anything on there. No, nothing. All right,
I had scrambled eggs
Sorry?
and sandwich with coffee and 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock, sorry,
Right. So you're not feeling dizziness?
urinated 2 hours ago.
Tuesday and Monday.
No, you don't? Any headache?
Maybe
Whole body generalised fatigue.
just so apart from that, especially yesterday, is there anything else that you
Bring me everything.
have
So, yeah, do you have any allergies at all? So your medication, really what I want to know. So an allergy is a reaction to medication, like could be a rash, could be a cough, could be
you still
and so does that give you an allergic reaction? Do you have an allergic reaction? Okay, you're sounding a little bit like you're a little bit altered consciousness. Starting to
I think.
We'll just wait until other people are done.
Okay.
the one that's
Think
moving
that you're
down?
on. Okay, so you're having illusions at the moment.
So where the door was broken?
Oh yeah, no, you can try. Do you take any medication or anything like that? Are you on any medication?
I have the sign sheet. I'll probably copy it.
EpiPen. So you do have that. Okay, so you have an EpiPen for allergy to hippopotamus.
Yeah. I'll give you the original.
I'm starting to breathe heavy too. So in other words,
You might need to lie down shortly to stop that.
oh, I do have allergies.
Yeah, okay. What do you have allergies?
Shellfish.
Okay.
What time of the day is it at the moment?
To shellfish?
And
Not much time yet.
And benzodiazepines.
Just after lunchtime.
Going.
Adelaide.
I was trying to give you that, I was confused.
Okay, so you have an EpiPen for that? Do you have an EpiPen on you at all? Okay. So, any other past history that you do have, any other medical history that you think is relevant that we need to know about?
Yes, I have gastroenteritis.
Currently?
It doesn't say.
I should have been all bound up. Anything else?
Yeah.
What was happening?
I spelled A-Y.
Yeah.
Review this Yeah, I keep on wanting to. Okay, can we wrap it up in 2 minutes, folks? 2 minutes, please?
DYSEM.
D-Y-S-M.
And since then I've vomited 4 times.
O-R-R-H-E-H.
Sorry, but we do have another session after.